Thank you, Mark, and hello from London. Okay, well, there's a lot we've got to discuss today and little time to do it in. As a heads up, I have not only the technical patterns on the weekly key reversals to review, but also hot off the charts, I have the monthly key reversals to look at as well. That were only completed last night. So into the weeklies we go. We had weekly key reversals down in the US dollar against the Japanese yen and the Chinese yuan against the Japanese yen. Now personally, I'm always a little wary about technical patterns in any Japanese product. The reason is that technical analysis is abundant in Japanese financial markets, as it is after all the home of technical analysis. And as such, the markets there have a high level of sophistication when it comes to patterns, etc. Because of this, you'll sometimes see the market set traps just for technical analysts. However, it is worth noting that in Chinese yuan against the Japanese yen, the latest weekly key reversal down follows on from a successful weekly key reversal up 3 weeks ago. Thus, you might say some came into the market that have now left. In the stock indexes and stock index futures, we had weekly key reversals down in the Nasdaq Composite Index, in the Nasdaq 100 Index, and the E-mini S&P futures. Additionally, for those of you out there that have been involved in the GameStop saga, I thought I should let you know there was also a weekly key reversal down in that stock last week. Now, here's a whole batch of fixed income futures that all had a move in the same direction. There were weekly key reversals up in US T-note futures, US T-bond futures, UK gilt futures, and German Bund futures. All the same way, all in the same week. Next, onto the commodities. There was a weekly key reversal down in London cocoa futures, but interestingly not in the New York contract. Meanwhile, in Chicago corn futures, there was a weekly key reversal up. Finally, in the weeklies, there was a weekly key reversal up in the Baltic Supramax Index. Now, you may remember that I highlighted the Baltic freight indexes for some big moves lower back in late October. Indeed, the Panamax Index lost about 47% of its value in a period of only 4 weeks. Well, whilst the Supramax Index lost about the same, 48% odd, but it was in 5 weeks, this weekly key reversal up in this index may indicate that those days of being purely a bearish of freight may be over. Now, onto the monthly key reversals, and there have been some interesting ones in November. In the currencies, there were monthly key reversals up in US dollar Swedish krona, euro against the Swedish krona, and US dollar against the Chilean peso. An interesting one now for the GameStop crowd out there. There was a monthly key reversal down in AMC stock, one of the other favorites of the GameStop followers. Over now to the commodities, and a very interesting pair. There were monthly key reversals down in both London sugar futures and in New York sugar futures. The New York contract left it very late to make up its mind on whether to make a monthly key reversal up or down, but it did finally choose. There was also an interesting monthly key reversal down in Chicago soybean futures, but not in soy meal or bean oil. Somewhat related to the beans, there was also a monthly key reversal down in Paris rapeseed futures. Finally, in the precious industrial metals, there was a monthly key reversal down in spot platinum and also spot palladium. That just about covers it. I know there's a lot to go through, and I hope I've at least covered in part some of the markets you may be interested in. I'm always happy to share my videos, various charts, and answer any questions with anyone who contacts me. And with that, I'll finish this section from London, and I hope you found these comments useful.